Shiva, Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo. This is the fifth day of our Maha Shivaratri, going to the depth of understanding what Maha Shivaratri and how best we can use this moment of this great cosmic event, which I've been introducing the purpose as the first day. We have been seeing all his four muhurtas is all about cosmic light descending into us. Then we seen the power of devotion, and the tool which we use is the human body. And we have seen the power of mantra, what is indwelt within the mantra, and what are the place of focus by which the mantra gets its life force. Then we have seen the degrees of chakras and the importance of it, that one has to manifest, because the chakras work in two ways, where one is the ascending cosmic prana of Shiva by the spine, and within the spine there it works these chakras. There's two involved, the nadis and the chakras. And this is where we are going to place, because these are the pathways which connect with the Shiva Mahaprana. So when we doing an ascension through different degrees of mantras, in which yesterday we have seen Om Namah Shivaya, and we are going to see another powerful mantra, Sive Nama. When I say powerful mantra, oh, it is more powerful than Namah Shivaya, so this is more powerful. No, it is doing a specific pattern which the other need not do, because this is doing that specific action, because it's all sound vibration. So to do a specific action, then you send a specific sound which contains within itself certain patterns, which has the capacity to remove whatever or to energize whatever it may be. So they are all engineered in this sense by highly intuitive insight siddhas rishis, who found this sound and given to us for our usage. And how are we going to use this? What we see now. Let us see. So this have been what we have been seeing for past 4 days, and today the titles that we are going to share: power of Sivaya Nama Mantra, the perfection of the human body, different layers of our existence, different layers of the human mind. I'm laughing because deep subject matters, but it is necessary for me to at least introduce some important points of it. So this is what we are going to see. So before going into the mantra, if we see some scientific theories that man outbeat the animal thinking, outbeat the animalism within him, and have evolved to a human. This is what science say, in particularly Darwin and the rest of the scientists. I don't want to go into that here. So man have evolved from animal. There's two things which we need to see. So if one could outbeat the animal nature and transform to human, that presupposes that we can outbeat the human thinking and transform to divine. This transforming the human thinking into divine, this becomes the purpose which the scientists don't touch on this thing. And the higher mind, intuitive mind, say the human body has stopped evolving, but the human mind is tremendously evolving towards speed. See the way the technology is spreading and functioning and controlling. It is the human mind is reaching to the speed of light. Actually, we are all evolving towards light, but we in between materialize, see the matter within this, and not functioning according to a will of the divine. Here, the present evolution is evolving to the will of human power. That is where we come face to face with situation which is against humanity, that kind of thing. I think so. For the past 1 to 2,000 years, humanity have done very little. Humanity, you understanding? It have not evolved humanity as yet, as how it's supposed to be, because of power seeking. So humanity have been left behind. It is traveling in tremendous speed with technology and gaining power and depending on the knowledge outside. This is some serious stuff. Huh? Where are we evolving? What is happening to the human consciousness at this moment? This is our problem. Don't say I'm speaking about some philosophy. I'm not speaking about some philosophy. I'm talking about our daily life is dependent on something which is traveling towards something, but I'm not sure where am I going to bang myself into. So what are we actually evolving into? So to even think or talk, share about such a higher level of thinking, there is a capacity, a faculty of thinking given within this body, because the human body, especially the human brain, have evolved in time many billion years to form a human brain. Because before forming a human brain, what are the matters which are needed? The scientists say there are even particles of the stars, particles of different planets are all as electrons working inside the human brain. Definitely, if you see the human brain, whoever has planned, constructed the human brain must be a supramental brain. This is what called supramental Shiva. He must be supramental because he is a producer of the brain and he is above the brain. He knows human brain evolved in time. If evolved in time, what it has done, what is evolution? Eh? Don't think so much of science, this is evolution, and no, what is that? Constant perfection. That's what evolution is. So if I have a human body with this thinking brain, thinking mind, all indwelt, given the potentiality within a human body, so that evolution, which is actually the intelligence within us, it took many years for the human body to be formed. It is a perfected human body because it can reach to the heights of where it came from. This is the power of the human body. Go to the heights of merging into Shiva as a cosmic intelligence. These are high level teachings. Unless one really interested into this wisdom, they have to come. These are in depth. It's not just some words I tell and go away. We have the manuscripts which all quantum science have presently agreed and found the same theory which we were talking about 3000 BCE. It's something that we should turn around and see that thing. So from which we name that source as Nama Shivaya. It is not some gods and goddesses that we pray to. It is a reality. It is something within me, working within me, making everything perfection. This human body is a supremely perfected being. This we have to understand first, that start respecting the human body and the human birth, because it is his transformation into this so and so person at this time, at this place. Therefore, it's everything within me is him. This is the conviction. This becomes the power of devotion. You understand it? The power of devotion is this, that you understand his magnanimous and say, if he is everywhere, I'm part of it. So, this evolving towards light gets stagnant when there's a block of ignorance. If you don't see yourself as part of him, where ignorance takes place, evolution gets stagnant, it starts working, it is still evolving, but towards ignorance, which has its own effect of pulling towards a suffering point or a having pleasure point, this kind of thing, human suffering. But it still can pass through this human suffering if light has been given in them. There's a story in Mahabharata. Draupadi was being shamed in the palace, derobed. Of course, being very furious about the whole thing, and she cursed the demon and said, "No matter what, I will consume you in my own ways." But for the event to happen, there was many other dharma which was not correct also. So Sri Draupadi taking a vow like that will only affect because it's a network was going on. Brother was Krishna, which is God, went to Draupadi and said, "Draupadi, I understand your situation, literally understand your entire situation, how you feel, and you must feel this way because you must avenge this because that is not dharma to do that to a woman. I agree. But the best way to punish him, if you think that is the best way, maybe he should be punished in a much more better way, which you may be missing. Will you take my advice?" Of course, Draupadi, no, Krishna as God said, "Please advise me. I will do as you say." The answer was, "Please forgive him." Her heart was broken. How can I forgive him who have done and you also agreed, but now you say forgive? How does that work? Forgive him what? So forgiveness is this. Forgiveness is to allow Shivam, the intelligence, knowing everything, allow that light to come into your mind, asking that source to do whatever need to be done. That surrender, you can see how the power of light can go into your deeper mind. One of today's topic, go into the deeper mind. In higher teachings, we don't work with this subconscious mind, unconscious mind, different layers of subliminal mind at the threshold of your mind, at the very threshold, totally unconscious, subliminal, waiting to just jump up at any one moment. All that we have hidden for yourself, nobody saw. My emotions, okay, I'll just seal it, put cement and make sure it doesn't come. It doesn't work in that. And we have so much, and when this subliminal mind is going to come up, we won't know. Daily watching out. This is the talks about psychology or what one need not work with subconscious. I'm not sure about how the other school of thoughts would name this as, but one thing we can do, and one thing we should do also, bring light to all your depth of your mind and let this light transplant into your mind throughout. We have solved the problem. But what is that light which we should bring to our mind? A light which has the state of unmanifest, the state of pure energy yet to manifest, that must come down till your deeper mind. Bring him down to your body, mind, senses. Are you connecting? What is Mahashivaratri? I hope you are connecting, because that is the descent power which is descending, and we have to do tremendous practices as a yogi in order to descend, to ascend, to touch this and grab this back to the human bodies. It's nearly impossible, Maya. Nearly impossible. But it is possible because it's Mahashivaratri. He with his cosmic intelligence coming down. You see, the world is going on, market is going on, the pubs going on, everything is going on, COVID going on, people are struggling, some are dying, some are making tons of money. So at this moment, just imagine how the world is making their money and growing. And here we've got fancy 60, 70 people sitting down here talking about higher level, bringing Shiva inside. Does that connect? Oh, Swami, you're a spiritual person, therefore you are talking all this spiritual thing, you have got no time. Come pull our time also. No, please. We have to bring about some reality fusion, evolution. It's not evolving into Mother Earth because I told you, 7 lokas down. That same Shiva as Nada Bindu, his cosmic Raja, when he is coming, his expression has to limit. Different lokas, he has to limit. Come to earth, he has to limit because the pattern which is making as the human body or the earth has to limit this, therefore it can construct earth. He has to limit himself so much so that this human body can be formed. So he's so limited. But in that same limitation, he have given the higher mind, different degrees of mind, which we can reach higher. In order to come out from this limitation, this is the purpose of why the human mind has been given. You cannot use a wrong tool for a wrong thing. The human mind is it's given to you for the purpose of merging into your higher potentiality. Start thinking towards higher potentiality because only human mind can think. It doesn't mean that the monkey cannot think. But special thing which the human can do is I consciousness. He knows that I am a human being, whereas a cat or the dog doesn't know that they are a cat or the dog because they don't have an I consciousness. So this I consciousness ego is a blessing or a curse. Ego is a word have been so, just like religion, such many like chakras or kundalini, these kind of topics, people have confused it so much. One of this is what we are sharing now. So how are we going to manifest that light within? That's what we should be working towards this. So the mind which we are using is from the surface. How are we going to brighten this mind? So this mind will show the truth of Shiva. Have you seen this thing? So mind have been limited due to a human construction. The pattern it gives, Remember, you see, uh, this is a well-engineered human body, isn't it? Well-engineered creation. So well-engineered. Just think about the engineer who worked not only one single planet, within that single planet of Earth, many different forms, all is depending on the other for its survival and giving this, and just shift a little bit into other planets, to other universe, to other multiverse, to the Milky Ways, to the quanta. It is keep on going. Look at the intelligence being. And this intelligence being is within us. The human, due to their stubbornness of not realizing their true soul, taking into account that it is a religious practice, is some spiritual practice given only to special people, not for the human. Where did all this ignorance, the power of ignorance, giving this, due to which the supreme power could not act of his will, because human has taken the human mind to be controlling. Therefore, evolution in Mother Earth is what we are looking at. Disease And product of science say lack of immune system. That's it. You don't have the fighting power to fight a given virus entering into you. You lost the fighting power. What should be the next step? Enhance the fighting power, isn't it? To increase the immune, isn't it? Which the science also say they self-repair. The body self-repair. Okay, it repairs. But what is the self which is repairing the body? Daily, in daily basis. Are they allowed to repair it for themselves? You know why the body can't repair it for yourself? Because the liquid which comes out from the pineal, which gives all autonomic nervous system to function, that fellow is not secreting enough cerebrospinal fluid, therefore disease. Science, yeah. So how am I going to increase this this hormones? How am I going to enhance it? Well, the chakra system talks about it, It is somewhere just below the Sahasrara, and that is where it is a particular uh, 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 a nadi called the Brahma nadi, in which if you place your focus, it secretes that. So chakra system and all that thing is being placed by this human. So bring light to every part of your mind, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. People are very worried about subconscious mind, or placing information there for the subconscious patterns to come to your conscious mind. This is some of the techniques which they see bring into reality, bring your dream into reality, place it in your subconscious. See, but why not have relationship with the consciousness itself, which has all the power? Why are we going into different degrees of mind? Because those are the darker side of the human. You don't go and disturb them. If you disturb them, like they used to say, what can of worms, huh? Can of worms. Why you want to go and disturb them? Let bring light, and everything will be considered done. And that light is Shivaya Nama. We will see. So on Mahashivaratri day, what are we doing? This I have to tell, because I've covered the different layers of human mind. What will be doing, sir, in the ascension? We are going to use 4 different mantras. One is Om Namah Shivaya in the first round. Second will be Om Shivaya Namah. So one is a gross mantra, Stula mantra, which we have seen, which deals purification of the 5 elements, which is very much necessary. That is where the samskaras are entrapped within matter, and matter being space, air, fire, water, earth. And we give the vibrations of that space, air, fire, water, earth to get rarefied, purified itself, and mingling with truth here at Ajna, which is wisdom as Divine Mother, and from there bring to Shiva, and you are in union with Shiva Shakti. That's the most important factor. People are talking about union of your dynamism and union of Shiva, but they forgot in the process the sadhak is also merging into the divine. That is the most important. That fellow should go out first. So Sahasrara is a tala where you have merged with Shiva Shakti, and from there ascend further with Om Namah Shiva, which deals with the Stula Sari. Next step, we are going to deal with our human mind. As I told you, the subliminal mind, the threshold which you don't know, which you have placed a lot of your unwanted things, not knowing where to throw them, you have buried them in you, especially a huge chunk called pain and depression. You have to work out on all these things. The ascension should help you to remove all that of the past, clear it for you. So the healings must be done. Definitely you cannot do the healing because you are the patient. isn't it? Therefore, we use Maha Marundu. Marundu means is medicine, Aushada, Marundu. And it's the biggest Marundu. You know why? Maha Marundu is this is not a belief system again. So Shivam is the cosmic, divine, conscious intelligence being. He is the owner of this particular make called so and so person. This maker, a special make. Everything is special by one. A blade of grass is different from another blade of grass. Or like that, billions of beings. He made that, and he is also the maker of this fellow. Correct? Am I making some sense here? Oh God, please look for God. God in the heavens. He's also in the heavens is a correct statement. As well as he's also here. Then that's the correct statement. Only, that's the problem, that thing, only. So when you see this truth, this subliminal mind where we have held must give a light, they are all waiting for light. So that is what we are going to do, Sivenama. That vibration helps you in many degrees. And this particular technology of this Nama Shivaya, well, there's many have went into the depth of asking questions and went into the sound itself to know the truth. Specifically, somebody worked towards this thing, specialized towards this Namashivaya. That happens to be Thirumola, myself. Yeah? So, and he came with this list of the mind network and how we can deal with this mind, because when we are going to see, it is in depth, because we still believe it's a human animal. We still believe that it's human animal, because as long as the human has not touched his higher mind of his higher realization, he's still hold the animalism within him. So to remove this animalism is also part of our mind, which has carried billions of years of memory within it. I think புல்லாகி பூடாய் புழுவாய் மரமாகி பறவையாய் பாம்பாகி கல்லாய் மனிதராய் பேயாய் வல் அசுரராகி முனிவராய் தேவராய் செல்லா ஆனின்ற இத்தாவர சங்கமத்துள் எல்லா பிறப்பும் பிறந்து இளைத்தேன் எம்பெருமான் மெய்யே உன் பொன்னடிகள் கண்டு என்று வீடு. Human body has went through many other forms, from mammals to amphibians to animals to different kind of animals, even to stones and trees and plants, and then it have evolved as a human. Upon evolved as a human, he is not going to end there. The possibility of him become Devarai, higher beings, and Munivarai, Siddha masters who are aligned with the truth. The human is going to convert to all these higher beings and ultimately becoming golden light body of Nataraja. This is what evolution is all about, according to this great scientist. Since the possibility within us, which is converting itself to divine, why are we blocking the progress for us to be divine? At this junction, we need to think. We just cannot see just a human body in front of a mirror and that's it, that's the end. There's more to it that we have to see. The power within us as Shiva Shakti, as Shivoham. So how are we going to deal with this? How come I unconnected. Whatever you tell Swami, I've read it from these books, that books, I agree with you. But the problem is I cannot connect it because this human constitute is like that. You want to channel to where you came from, find out the same way. And that becomes the chakra, the nadis, and this the mantras in the Shiva Maha Prana. This is the process that we should go. But in each process, it should deal with what is needed for your entrapped consciousness to be released. In this case, a very important factor is our samskar. They call the vasanas. Vasanas, they used to say samskars, your past events still held up there. And this will come to your conscious mind. Isn't this the daily boring story? Or the karma will come and affect because your samskaras, your past. Listen to this. Past, your samskaras. True? And can't you even see a very past of yours, where you came from, which have developed billions of years, perfection into a human body, and there might be a underlying factor which have transformed it to a human body? What was that samskara? How about that vasana? Have you shift your perception and said that vasana of Shiva being in me is far more powerful vasana than any other vasana? And increase this vasana instead of seeing that as my karmic is always coming up to my conscious. Why can't you focus on Shiva Mahaprana coming to your conscious mind, where it will start doing all the repair work need to be done at whichever level the blocks may be, supreme intelligence knowing that, healing it. Therefore, at each degree after the human body, we deal with the human mind. Say, in one of the, what actually suffuses our thinking, sir? You must bring in light to suffuse your thinking. From which understanding, realization you are thinking from matters. Where is your thinking faculty coming from? Can that be from him with his golden light and responding? So the thinking mind light must suffuse. You know why? Because if you see the subliminal mind of your depression or oppression or whatever the karmic vibration this has the power to send images to your brain. These are deep teachings, sir. And they slowly snapshots different images in your brain. You just don't know that you are collecting a lot of brains unconsciously, because subliminal mind can give snapshots to your brain. There's many snapshots in your brain, which are lots of things which you really find that as a toxic, but they are stuck as a brand snapshots in your brain. There is a purpose, bring the Agnya Chakra, work within that, bring the Sahasrara, work the aura, brain cleansing, deep cleansing. Unless the brain has, give him a chance to breathe. Have you supplied enough Shiva Mahaprana, not oxygen only, into your brain? You have blocked it. That is why the pranayama becomes, that's why Soham becomes so powerful. Because clearing of snapshots, you see, and placing fresh new geometry, fresh new snapshots in your brain of Om Namah Shivaya, or whatever you may choose, whatever you want. At last, it's free will. You have to choose your life here. These are teachings for perfection. So Shivayanama purifies and transforms Jiva. So Shivayanama, the power of what Shivayanama holds, because Nama Shivaya, see the cosmic consciousness, see. In even Tao, they use this, Even the Shaolin masters use Chi. It is the same Chi, it's a C here. Even in Shiva Puranam, Nama Shivaya Valga, Nadantal Valga. That is Chopranam. Here, Namasivaya becomes Tirumantra. There is a purpose here. So it's a C. C means cosmic Shiva in his potent Mahashivaratri form. C. So it starts with C. Sivaya Nama. What it can do is chant Sivaya Nama, copper turns into gold. The Chitpara there exists, turns copper into gold, chant Srim and Krim. This Sivaya Nama's power. Either use this or Srim Krim for Divine Mother. This is the alchemy process of the Siddhas. The human body is seen to be a copper and it can be transformed into gold. By chanting Sive Nama, the power of gold, even gold is being used for many hardcore disease. They used to use this gold because it's a medicine. It's a medicine by itself. But this medicine is actually being produced within this human body. You know, I will explain to you what is Namaskritya mantra. Om Namo Hiranya Bahave, Hiranya Varnaya, Hiranya Rupaya, Hiranya Pade, Ambikapate, Umapate, Pashupate. There it comes. And we invoke this Sivanama, then we invoke this Hiranya, the golden body of Nataraja, and vibrate that and send this golden vibration back to your body. So when this ascension comes and you vibrate, give full visualization and understanding with the mantra and you vibrate it, since it's ascend, it is open, your channels are open, it just flows you. Create immune system for your body. This is where the copper will be converted into gold, a refined manner. But still needs a little bit of teachings. You can't just go into Sivanama, but the focus point, what are the intricacies involved, where is the golden port, how to release that, all that are there. But Sivanama, the mantra itself, has so much of power within. Chant Sivanama and behold the dance. This is what we are going to do. This, the way to chant. Sivaya Nama, Sivaya Nama. If you chant that way, no more birth will be. With Lord's grace, you shall behold the eternal dance. No more birth will be. What is the meaning? Apada, next birth won't be there. Let us not go there. If you go to Sivaya Nama, and you chant it quietly, we'll see how to chant it also. No birth will be. If there's no birth, I establish eternal dance, where Shiva start dancing in my consciousness. What is birth? No more birth, no more birth of a second thought coming in, no thoughts, a samadhi. You and him in his Namashivaya form, indwelling together, and that moment of bliss, there is no second thing in this world. You even won't be there. You even won't even think, am I breathing? When that state comes, he dances. And this is the dance which we should watch within our soul. That watching of the dance become Mahashivaratri. Can you understand this? Because we are dealing with cosmic light and that everything is in the higher intuitive mind, higher inside mind. Only the human body have the structure to do it. And therefore we have to focus within to come with this, and these five senses have to shut down, bring it inward and start watching his dance. And how to do it? Sivaya Nama. One of this round. It's one of the most captivating round you can see because we are going to do the ascension in that way. So, how to chant this? Chant Sivaya Nama in silence. Verse number 906. This mantra is golden. Chant it not loud. Just say it. Your body glows red. Remember, the body glows red. What happens when you chant Sivaya Namaha? Your body glows red means it's divine Shakti, her Kundalini, start releasing herself. If you take it in slow, this Shivaya Nama, not only by chanting, if you take it in slow, inhale Shivaya Nama, hold Shivaya Nama, exhale Shivaya Nama. Permutation combination, there are lots of methods to do it. But definitely your body becomes gold, and in time shall you behold the golden feet of Lord establishing himself inside you. Your body becomes gold. This is the immune system to structure, bringing light to entire body with Shivaya Nama, Om Shivaya Nama. We will just go through this meditation for a while. So chant Shivaya Nama and behold golden feet. Why I have selected them in this way? Because these are the masters who actually examined to the depth of this particular five-letter word, five words, Nama Shivaya, and went to the depth, and they found out so much that by using it, which again, you shall behold the golden feet, you shall have children noble. In the name of the golden feet, I say, the copper that is Jiva will become gold that is Shiva. As you behold the golden feet, you too shall his form assume. Center the mantra in your thoughts and witness the goodly dance of the golden feet. This is how you should do Shivayanama. I will explain this when I'm just doing a short guided meditation for you. I will explain this Shivayanama, how to hold. So, how to do it? Chant Om Shivayanama. In formless space rises Nada. In Shakti slender waist rises Bindu. Together they form Om with that letter Ya in the center. So what you do is another Bindu Tattva. You realizing yourself as a cosmic Bindu with this sound form, and in which at the center you place this sound Om Shivaya Nama. You see this kind of masters. Well, we can talk about Advaita. We can talk about the universal truth of divine oneness, the number one universal law. You can talk about the law of rhythm. You know, this is all rhythmic, right? There is a law, the rhythm, and if there is a rhythm, there must be a dancer for that rhythm, and that dancer, rhythm is Shiva, Nataraja. If there is a rhythm, which the body shows there is a rhythm, therefore there is a dancer, and that dancer is Nataraja, is within me, without which it cannot happen. So that cosmic light you are, in which you vibrate Sivanama, and that is where the ascension happens into. And today, in formless space, no, Shikara, verse number 982. Hold Sivaya and Nama in heart center, and with Om, the letter 5, when thus chanted, the Lord of Maya appreciative appears. So this is the greatest mantra many of the Siddhas use. Therefore, we also use this Sivayanama in the heart chakra. Because if you see the heart chakra, it's a kind of a star, you know. It's actually coming together of an upward triangle and a downward triangle at the heart chakra. It happens actually a total descent happens from here. It comes to the heart. It's a descent, total descent. And when this thing happens, it happens on Maha Shivaratri. That's why wanted to see this because it's Shivaya Nama at heart, you see, in the heart chakra, you see a triangle, upwards and downwards, it becomes a star. In between center, there is a bindu. That's the coming of the Shiva, bringing light into all the Shakti. So Shiva Shakti Aikya happens at this point, and if we really work on it, there comes Ma, which is Maya, which is Divine Mother, which until now you thought it is an illusion. She appears, making the illusion as reality. I hope you are with me, because that's the power of mantra. What it says in the, when you focus a mantra in your consciousness and watch the waves which start dancing in your consciousness, it is possible. You watch your consciousness and see different patterns, different movements. That movement is Divine Mother. That movements, the more you go into the movements, you enter into the light of Nataraja. There is a process which goes, and it extremely happens if you use this Sivanama at your heart and start vibrating that. And we will be doing all these practices which I'm telling you on Mahashvarat. It is one of the powerful mantra to vanquish very sticky karmas. Sivaya Nama. The inhalation of Sivaya Nama can be placed at different chakras as you will or wish. You can, there is an intention which is planted, bija. There is an intention in every mantra being planted, engineered intention. When you are inhaling this, the intention is the one which spread and start working within you, the intention of that mantra within that, the power, indwelt power. So Sivaya Nama can be concentrated and placed to the depth of the subliminal mind. In this case, we can place it deep into the Muladhara, down there, and keep vibrating. The method is this. It's all about patterns and consciousness. The patterns, which are the sound, are being used in the consciousness as a carrier to bring this light into the deeper subliminal mind, which the human mind doesn't know exists. Deeper subliminal mind. You have to give the work to the intelligence, which is your Shiva Mahaprana, in which you place this intention, which is already in there in the Sivaya Nama, and that will work deep within a cleansing of the most sticky karmas. That mantra, that is why you must also know the belief patterns that you apply. All this matters. So belief cannot keep on going as belief. Belief has to come to a point that the belief has to be transformed into reality for you. It is no more a belief pattern. I don't have to believe that there is a sun which rises at 6:15, 6:20. I don't have to believe it because I know in front of me it happens. So that Surya, sun, which you see with your five senses, that much, if you know it's a reality, that same level you should also there, the Surya Koti Samaprabha, the possibility of 1,000 sun is within me. So this is the understanding which will bring this light into the depth of your mind. Don't worry whether it's a subliminal mind, whether it's the subconscious mind or the depth into the unconscious mind, whatever it may be there, who cares? Because I know I have evolved for billions of years, without which I cannot form a human brain in my body. There's a human brain, it presupposes it has evolved for billions of years. And I am that a very well engineered product of Shiva. It cannot go wrong unless I give a block for his flow. So the opening of block is to ascend and to establish him down into my body mind is the yogic practices. Whether you like it one day or the other, we have to come to this point where you will be looking for your divine. Because we are structured in that way that we are looking for peace and bliss and harmony. But we are looking it in a wrong place. Once you know where to look for it, then if your inner perception increases, you know where to look for it. That is the time within you, your evolution will be happening because it is traveling in wisdom and not in ignorance. Now it is all moving in ignorance because it's simple. Don't confuse yourself so much. What is ignorance? I am not accepting that I am divine. Simple as that. The moment you accept that I am divine in always, always, in and through me, it is only his movement. That moment, your evolution to bring you into light will be start moving because evolution has to move in wisdom of the self. In here, the self will teach you about the self. The more you go into the self, because self is wisdom, yeah? Therefore, a being alive within me, you merge into, that's why it's called self-knowledge. The self teaches you the self. Shiva teaches you Shiva. Shakti teaches you Shakti. He is the Guru. Sivayanama brings you to this higher degree of realization in there because it vanquishes your stubborn karma. Those who hold in their hearts the 5 letters with C to begin, Sivayanama, will with the primal Sadashiva one be given by the masters. Here, it all depends on how you hold on to this kind of truth. It's all depending. But if you apply it, you will see the changes. You will see the changes. The letter Sivayanama denotes Shiva, Shakti, Jiva. Shiva, the cosmic intelligence, the patterns, the forms, the dynamism, Shakti. And also Jiva, along with this Jiva, the individual, you and me, the impurities that we have collected throughout this evolution, which brought me here billions of years, all that which I am carrying unknowingly within me will be harassed by the power of Sivayanama light entering into subconscious. This is what the different degrees of mind can be penetrated with light and sound with the other systems which I've shared with you for the past 2 days. So now we, the conscious being, the intelligence being, who's conscious of the world, conscious of thinking, conscious of seeing, that consciousness is Bindu, cosmic Shiva's light. That cosmic light intends, I-N-T-E-N-D-S, intends to form the creation. That process becomes his dynamism, Shakti, which is this triangle, upward triangle. So you are this Nada Bindu. So bring this understanding inside the Nada Bindu, all this understanding should be there, okay? Shiva, Shakti, the power, the intelligence, the elements, everything, the cosmic power of Shiva as Maha Shiva, that's in you. Start focusing on your breath and bring this Bindu to your heart and we'll chant Sivanama. It's 5 minutes, we'll see. Please close your eyes. Let us realize, experience our true self. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breathing. Who is the source of the breathing? The more you focus on your breath, the more you feel the silence. That silence itself is Bindu at your heart chakra. Inside this heart chakra, vibrate the cosmic light of Shiva, which converts the body to gold. Om Shivaya Namah. See the vibrations of Shivaya Namah entering into your heart. Om Shivaya Namah. Converting the content of your consciousness to golden particles. Om Shivaya Namah. Stop. Keep watching. If there's any movements in any part of your consciousness, watch the movements. Om Shivaya Namah. You are placing Shiva in your consciousness. Om Shivaya Namah. Merging. You need not ask anything. It's all happening by itself. Om Shivaya Namah. Om Shivaya Namah. Bringing Shiva's light, part of your daily life. Bring Shiva's light into your mind. You'll be glowing in your intelligence. You'll fix up any situation. Om Shivaya Namah. Very potent. This will bring you to the oneness of Shiva. And lots of work happens within this body and mind that you are holding to convert you to Shiva. We'll end the session here today and we'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for attending. Let us celebrate Maha Shivaratri in the most vibrant manner for ourselves and Mother Earth and all humanity to experience and express Shiva in their daily life. Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaha. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். சிவசிதம்பரம்.